Today is a most special day. What a beautiful, tender moment we get to witness. And to think it all takes place in the dungeon. Hello everyone, my name is Daniel. I'm a still life painter. I'm hoping to keep the genre fresh and vibrant by means of visual storytelling. Or to be more precise, I think I'm more story suggesting. For there's certainly no beginning, middle, and end. It's more like a glimpse into something otherwise unknown. I set these scenarios up in front of me and work from life, with no preliminary drawing or tracing of photographs. Given that, you'd be correct in thinking that the setup process is of utmost importance. This video is the story of one such setup. But of course, we should first summon our subconscious flow. Subconscious flow. Will there be a fruit bowl? No. No fruit bowl. Not this time. For all my fellow creatives, for all of you born with the beautiful maker's spirit, for all of you out there actively getting it on for the people, this one's for you. For me, the notion I'm exploring is kind of twofold. One aspect being that creatives, artists, are born wired a certain way and therefore anointed at birth. After that, of course, results may vary. The other notion I'm addressing here is that of external validation. I think all of us in some ways have felt underappreciated. I know in my case, my motivation is internally generated. I am satisfying a somewhat mysterious compulsion to create, like the music in the background, to discover what I am capable of, entertaining myself and hopefully my viewers along the way. For although I am satisfying something internal, firstly, and often as not feel at the mercy of this compulsion, my goodness, I certainly want to connect with my fellow human beings. I am ambitious in that way, and have set lofty, high expectations for myself. I have achieved some of my goals, but certainly not all. Like anyone, I suspect, I am seeking a wider audience, and likely always will be. But I honestly believe that if I were the last man on Earth, say, after the zombie apocalypse, I would still be doing something creative. That's right. Because I have to. I'm simply wired that way. Oh, yeah. Art has little or nothing to do with competition, but participating in competitions can be rewarding, and we certainly value recognition of our efforts, which can be meaningful, life-changing in some cases. That sounds about right. This still life, without getting too bogged down in the idea of who is doing the validating, who is worthy of that right, nonetheless speaks to the idea of that ultimate validation. I can dig it. As musicians, it may be performing on a particular stage. As painters, having your work purchased by a prominent museum. Hopefully, while you're still alive. Knowing that your work will be valued, cared for years to come. Thank goodness. An ultimate sense of acceptance and acknowledgement. That's the other idea that we're exploring here. Here's an example of a prop I created for this very purpose. We're looking for what is special. This is an example of the lengths that I go to try and realize my artistic ideas. I began my still life journey simply working with what was around me, what was readily available. But as I progressed, I eventually found the need to begin constructing props that otherwise would not exist. Cool stuff. On the other hand, we could be working with 8-track tapes of Engelbert Humperdinck. Just in case you haven't caught it already, that arrow is actually a paintbrush, which I have fletched with feather veins. My wife Diana and I have a collection of these figurative lamps. I've thought about working with this swan for quite some time. This is the perfect opportunity.
Why not?
What a wonderful metaphor for the beautiful artistic spirit, glowing from within. Now, I caught myself in the mirror the other day, and I'm pretty sure I saw an old frog with a turkey neck. Gobble, gobble. But we're talking about the artistic spirit. And that's beautiful, regardless of the questionable creature staring back at you in the mirror. What's not beautiful is someone who's won a couple of awards and walks around like a puffed-up jackass. I have also witnessed, participated in, events, competitions that were certainly unscrupulous. That will happen.
You would say that.
I did say that. Which is all the more reason to keep the idea of artistic competitions in perspective.
I heard that.
On the subject of motivation, keeping one's spirits up, or even battling depression, I've found keeping things on the horizon to be incredibly useful. Setting short-term and long-term goals.
Okay then.
Keeping multiple things out in front of you.
Tell it.
And competitions can serve this purpose very well. But I would like to emphasize, set multiple goals, as putting all your eggs in one basket, as they say, can lead to one big disappointment. But not if you have other things on the horizon. The point to be made is find ways to challenge yourself. Artistic efforts, artistic journeys are incredibly personal, and it can be difficult to criticize oneself with sufficient brutality. But improvement requires that harsh honesty. Can you step outside of yourself, so to speak, and judge yourself in an unbiased manner, realizing, at the very least, that everything one does is not precious? Only with that mindset, in my point of view, one may find what is precious.
Said an old frog with a turkey neck.
Alas, there's no comb-over for a turkey neck. Oh, and for those of you perched on your pedestals of power, you gatekeepers, you kingmakers, don't take that troll thing too personally. You are wonderful, delightful, fine folks. I know you're busy with all your demanding doings, but when you have a chance, have a look over here. And just don't pay any attention to that troll thing, unless you like it, 'cause everybody likes trolls, right? In any case, the point I would like to emphasize is that I do not envy your job.
Suck up.
I would also like to state that I like your shoes and the unsurpassed elegant manner with which you carry yourself.
Brown nose.
What I'm trying to hint at with this fabric is sort of suggesting a pressure wave in front of the would-be swimming swan. Hold on. Cut the music. Huh? I'm gonna sing you a song I wrote for just such a special occasion. Me. Honeysuckle vine round my window, sweetest memories in the air. Watermelon wine means honeysuckle time. Gentle breezes in your hair. Roly-poly waves out my window. Kisses in the evening And so we have closed in on this setup. I hope I can capture and enhance this drama when I render this subject into paint. The title of the painting to be Anointing an Artist. From the bottom of my insufficient innards, I want to thank you all so much for viewing and for once again visiting the deep depths of my deepness.
It's honeysuckle